Here's now part 3 of my chemo story. Or is this part 4? Part 3 or part 4? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm like so busy looking at this journal, I'm just completely lost. So I was talking about the Paradex and the what's it called? Sorry, I got the giggles. Paradex and the Swish and Swallow. So those are really good. And then we have like, okay, so yeah. Another thing is when I went through chemo. Chemo is thing is, my mom would always take me to the video store. This was back when we had rental stores were popular. My mom would take me to the video store and I'd rent like a bunch of movies. So sometimes you had to be careful about how many movies you rented, because sometimes it would be really expensive. Actually, one time we rented a bunch of movies and we left them at the hospital, and they were all like one of them was like way overdue. We'd go to Blockbuster at first, but then Blockbuster wouldn't have anything I wanted to watch. Well, we went to the Oakland video store, and they didn't have anything that I wanted, and then we went to Blockbuster, they didn't have anything I wanted. Then we went to Hollywood Video because they'd have like everything I'd want to watch. And I really loved Hollywood Video. We don't have a Hollywood Video anymore because it's now a thrift store. Sorry. And what was the cool thing about? Okay, so yeah, sorry. What sucks was one time when I was going through chemo, this is gonna be random, so I'm sorry, is I had to spend my 13th birthday in the hospital. Because my, let me see. Okay, so yeah, I said to spend my 13th birthday in the hospital. I'm trying to look for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. This is taking me so long. I'm just trying to find the cert. Yeah, sex is when I was, like, during my 13th birthday, I had to spend it in the hospital, and I was supposed to have my party on my birthday, but we couldn't do it because, I was stuck in the hospital. So my best girlfriend, my best girlfriend came to the hospital along with one of my speech friends that I went to a speech thing with. I remember, and then I started bringing up something weird, but it was actually the key. Then I start crying, and then I start bringing up something really weird. I don't know why I brought it up. It was the weirdest thing. But it wasn't, but it wasn't the thing that, not the thing, it wasn't the, what's it called? It wasn't the random stuff that made me cry. It was the chemo that was making me upset, because during chemo you can get a little emotional. Like, there are times I remember getting cranky, upset. I cry so much. I hated crying during chemo. Kind of reminds me of a girl thing. I bet a lot of you girls know what I mean. I was just so upset because my throat was killing me, and then my mouth was killing me. It was just driving me crazy. And there were times where I'd remember being really cranky and I wanted to go home, but they wouldn't let me go home because the chemo, my methotrexate was really low. So they'd make me stay in the hospital until my methotrexate was right. And then at night, sometimes I couldn't sleep, like, because of my roommates. Like, one time I remember I got stuck in the hospital with 2 screaming babies, and me and my mom, and then we were up, like, until, like, probably, I don't know how late we were up, and then we were sleeping all day. Like, sometimes during the chemo I'd sleep a lot because the medication made me so sleepy, and my parents would have to wake me up when people came to visit me, and my aunt would always come and, like, when people came to visit me, they had to wake me up. Because they wanted to see me. And then during my chemo, my mom and dad would take turns staying with me. Like, my mom would stay one night, my dad would stay another night. Another night, they both made sure I had water, and they did a really good job. Water. And he'd hang out with me, so when my mom would go for runs. And during the time my dad would stay with me, my mom would go and see my brother and sister, and then she'd clean up the house. And it was nice. Yeah, my aunt would come and visit me during chemo, and it was really sweet, along with my grandpa. So let me look. And yeah, so sorry it's taking me so long. I'm just gonna go through this. Yeah, so on my birthday when I turned 13, I got stuck in the hospital for 13 days because my methotrexate was really low and we had to wait for it to go up a little bit more. I don't remember how much it needed to go up. I think 70.05. And during chemo, my mom sometimes would get sick, and there were times where she'd have to and then she'd always fight the cold just so she wouldn't get me sick. Because when I was going through chemo, I couldn't be around anybody who was sick. Like if somebody had a cough, I couldn't be around them. Somebody had a sore throat, I couldn't be around them. Somebody had a sniffles, I couldn't be around them. So because the chemo makes your cells weaker, like your platelets, and if they got you sick, you wouldn't do so well. Well, and actually I remember one time one of my friends came to my birthday party and my mom had to send her home because she had a cold, and I felt really bad because she wanted to see me. And then another thing I have to mention is when I went through chemo after I got poked with during my chemo when I got poked with my flu shot, I didn't mind needles so much after that. And then during chemo, my whole family had to get flu shots. My cousins went and got flu shots. My dad went and got a flu shot because during chemo, I just couldn't be around anybody who got sick. Sorry. Okay, this part's getting long, so I'm going to stop it here. I'm just trying to go through to find something. I'll see you guys in the next part. Thanks for watching. Bye.